Most basketball players dream of joining a major team starting lineup. However, we think that the closing lineup is far more important. Modern closing lineups need to be quick and adaptable. Not a lot of players work well under that sort of pressure, and it is here that true talent is discovered. In this video, we're going to predict the closing lineup for some of our favorite teams, so keep watching till the very end. First up, Chicago Bulls dynamic team. The first member of our closing five for the Bulls is currently suffering a knee injury, but he still deserves to be included in our list. Lorenzo Ball is an absolute beast on the court when he's on his A game. There are very few two-way players who compare. It is difficult to predict when Lonzo Ball will be able to return to NBA basketball since he is about to have another knee surgery soon. The second member on our list is Ball's partner in crime, Alex Caruso. The pair were only able to play together for 200 possessions due to injuries, but they dominated the court throughout. If we don't consider players like Nikola Vucevic, their net rating doubles to an impressive 16-3. Joining Ball and Caruso on one of the league's most intriguing and well-balanced teams are LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic. The selflessness and defense of Ball and Caruso, combined with the shooting of Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, and the floor space, rebounding, and passing of Vucevic, make for a deadly team. This is the obvious closing five for us. Of course, it depends on whether Lonzo can regain his previous level of fitness in time. We hope we'll be able to see these players in action in 2022. Moving on, Golden State Warriors will dominate the court with this lineup. The Golden State Warriors are often credited for introducing us to the importance of a strong closing lineup. Unfortunately, though, we weren't able to see the pool party lineup much during the regular season. This was mainly due to multiple injuries, but the Warriors still pulled through. They were able to make the best of their situation in their championship-winning playoffs. If we look at hard facts, then the Warriors were plus 18 points per 100 possessions in the 105 postseason minutes that Stephen Curry, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green were on the field together. They have incredible synergy together. We'll undoubtedly see more of this group in this season. That is, of course, if everyone stays healthy and plays clean, specifically Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. On October 5th, Green punched Poole across the face in a fight. Thankfully, both players are all right, and Green will be rejoining practice soon. It seems like the players were able to sort out their differences, and we'll see them on the court again soon. Up next, Boston Celtics might surprise us and win it all. Due to arthroscopic surgery on his knee, Robert Williams III will be out for 8 to 12 weeks. Whenever he recovers, though, he has a spot on our closing lineup list. In the meantime, our closing lineup includes Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford. They are great playmakers, incredible shooters, and extremely adaptable on the court. Malcolm Brogdon gives this team the edge they need to win. The lineup also includes some of the best talents in modern-day basketball. Marcus Smart has the defensive ability to win Defensive Player of the Year. Jason Tatum has the potential to win MVP, and Al Horford brings 15 years of experience to the table. The Celtics could definitely return to the finals if they focus on Jaylen Brown's development, mainly in terms of his ball handling, decision-making, and passing skills. Following up, Miami Heat's unique synergy. For this lineup, we had to really sit down and consider all the factors. We were able to narrow the last five to Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler are obvious picks. Despite starting his 16th season, Kyle Lowry has done really well and deserves a spot on the list. Miami Heat's coach Eric Spoelstra has a preference for switch-heavy and basically positionless lineups. So for our last two players, we figured they had to be swingmen. Although Tyler Hero still needs to improve defensively, his gritty shot-making skills and creativity are a plus for this team. His gameplay is especially important in closing lineups. There is only one position left, and while Marcus Strus may have an edge, Caleb Martin is a superior and more adaptable defender. Martin was also the better choice since our previous four players are some of the best offensive players in the game. Now, for Brooklyn Nets' undiscovered potential, the most obvious choice for the Nets is Ben Simmons. He tends to perform best when positioned as a point center in a shooting-heavy environment. The Nets can allow him to prove that once more. Simmons is one of the league's most active three-point shooters. If Simmons is on the team, though, then it's obvious Seth Curry and Joe Harris will be joining him on the court. For their careers, Curry and Harris rank 3rd and 4th in the NBA's three-point percentage rankings, respectively. It will be a nightmare for opponents to have all three of them on the field at once. Of course, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are also among the top shooters in the league, but they will need more time to get used to Simmons. All three of them are accustomed to handling the ball, but with the right balance in place, this lineup could have the greatest offensive potential in basketball. Moving on, Los Angeles Clippers brims with playmakers. Deciding the closing five for the Los Angeles Clippers was very difficult. John Wall, Norman Powell, Marcus Morris Sr., or even Robert Covington could play well enough to sneak into the final five. We settled on Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Nicholas Batum for the team. Aside from Leonard and George, the other three are there because of the combination of shooting and playmaking they bring. Reggie Jackson's three-point shooting declined to early career lows in 2021-22, but still might be more dependable than Wall. He averaged 5 three-pointers a game and hit 39.3% from outside the arc in the 3 seasons before the most recent one. Luke Kennard averaged 4.1 assists per game in 2019-20 when the Pistons gave him a little more flexibility to act as a playmaker. His lifetime three-point shooting percentage is 42.5%. Additionally, Nicholas Batum has made 40.2% of his three-point tries while transforming into a stretch big for the Clippers. Following up, New York Knicks need to change up their usual approach. The Knicks need Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickley, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, and Obi Toppin in their last 5. But for that to happen, Tom Thibodeau needs to step out of his comfort zone. When Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, and Quentin Grimes were on the floor in 2021-2022, the Knicks were plus 10.4 points per 100 possessions. Naturally, those three frequently faced reserves, but they outperformed them by a wide enough margin to gain more crucial minutes. This group is more intriguing than the one New York used to start games last year because it combines the shot-making of Quickley, the floor spacing and positional versatility of Grimes, and the explosiveness of Toppin, with the knowledge and playmaking of Jalen Brunson and the upside of R.J. Barrett. Up next, Toronto Raptors have a predictable closing lineup. This lineup is likely to be the Toronto Raptors starting and closing lineup, simply because we've seen these players in action for the majority of last season. The team includes Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, and Pascal Siakam. It could be tempting to move Scotty Barnes to the 1 and start Otto Porter Jr. for some genuinely positionless basketball, but Fred VanVleet has been too effective since Kawhi left the team for that to happen. VanVleet has averaged 19.2 points, 6.5 assists, and 3.3 three-pointers throughout that time. Despite his small stature, the other 4 positions have enough defense and switchability to fill his role. Toronto may challenge for home court advantage if both Barnes and OG Anunoby continue to improve this season. Finally, Los Angeles Lakers have their work cut out for them. For the other squad in Los Angeles, their options are a little more limited. LeBron James and Anthony Davis should be placed in their natural spots at this stage, which are the 4 and 5. The next stage should be to surround them with as much shooting and wing defense as you can. Unfortunately, there isn't much of it available in Los Angeles. Beverly might be the team's best 3-and-D player. After sitting out the entirety of 2021-2022, Kendrick Nunn is a bit of a gamble, but if he shoots as well as he did the season before, he might be worth the risk. That leaves Austin Reeves as our 5th. While he works hard, he just doesn't compare to the talent other teams are bringing. Reeves is on the team because there is no one else left. That's a wrap for this video. Which was your favorite closing lineup? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.